One of the reasons why I called you in is because recently you made a video about how millennial women grew up in the shadow of Jeffrey Epstein, disgraced financier. That's how they.
That's the nice way of putting it.
That's the title.
I know
that they give him.
I know. It's disgusting.
We could talk about that later.
Yeah.
And it just kind of made me stop. It made me start thinking in all these sorts of ways of like, wait, is Ileana right? And I started to go through my own childhood. So I really want you to expand on that. Tell us more about what you mean about millennial girlhood and the shadow of Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah, I think a lot of it has to do with mall culture also. Mm-hmm. I think that millennials grew up spending so much time at malls, and that was something we saw on TV. It was something we did in real life. And we were constantly visiting these stores like Victoria's Secret, like Pink, like Bath and Body Works, all of which are owned by Les Wexner, who was one of Jeffrey Epstein's largest clients, who has been named in the files. And I think as we've found out more and more and more about who is in these files and who associated with Jeffrey Epstein, we're learning just how broad the impact was, and that these men who fetishized children had so much power over young women and how we grew up, tweens, teens, in the late 90s, early 2000s. And, you know, they had an impact on what we wore, the scents we put on our body, the candles we liked.
Our body perception.
100%. Our body image. You know, it was all shaped by these men in positions of power who we now know were interested in children, right?